After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 592. Today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad that you found us. We hope you find something you enjoy and that you will return. If you are returning, we are always glad to see you back. If you are new or returning and in the shadows, and you'd like to join us officially, there's a little red button on your right that says subscribe. You just tap the little button, and if you want to get notifications, you tap the little bell, and the bell will give you a drop-down menu to say you want all notifications, some notifications, or no notifications, and just pop in when you want. It's up to you. That is all there for you. And if you want to be part of the alongs, then you need to be part of our home group, which is phkpodcast.freeforums.net, and that is in the link below. It's a link below the description box below. Yes, I cannot talk. I need tea.
Yes, it is cold in the woman cave.
Yes, it's cold in the woman cave. It's not all that cold outside, but it feels cold in here. So, and we don't have the air conditioner on because we're coming out of winter, so I know we don't have the air conditioner on. Okay, let's see here. I guess we go on to what we're drinking. I have my own blend. It's a Spadamont chocolate in an Adagio fall leaves mug, and I don't care. I like fall, so I'm having a fall leaves mug. I'm trying to gradate and kind of control how much caffeine I have. So I'll have one caffeinated, and then I allow myself, I try not to have more than 3 cups of tea a day. I usually like to do 2, but so 3. So I'll have a high caffeine when I wake up in the morning, and then a moderate, low, or trace caffeine in the afternoon, and then trace, low, or no caffeine in the evening. That way, kind of, what's it called? Titrates down. Mm. So, so this one is a moderate caffeine level. And what you do is, in an Adagio, to get a blend, you just give them the basis of what you want, and they kind of make the magic on it. So it's my blend, but it's their magic. So it's good. I like it. And
me, I believe what I made yesterday was the Year of the Tiger.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I made. And for whatever reason, I didn't drink through. This happens right now fairly often, where a cup of tea could last me 2 days.
It's probably not the healthiest thing, but anyway.
It's just water
with sugar.
With
sugar. That's the issue. The sugar. My hair.
It's covered and stuff, so.
Oh, that's not what I'm worried about.
Well, what do you think the sugar is going to do?
Anyway, let's get going here. You didn't say what your mug was.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my offered up buttercup mug.
Yeah, and I still haven't figured out how to make the tea if it's not a latte in my other mug yet, so it tastes the way I want it to taste. And I didn't want to do that for the podcast because I wanted to enjoy my tea.
And so, also, you've been having, tasting weird.
Yeah, things have been tasting a little bit weird. No, I'm not sick. It's just allergies, I think. Okay. We do have a few alongs going on, and one of them, I think it's only one of them, is going to be ending at the end of this month. So I know I'm behind on getting up the autism awareness thread. I will try to do that as soon as I can. I'm trying to get caught up with things for Davina's Social Security and taxes and other kinds of stuff. So I will try to get the information for the upcoming along. I think it's autism awareness up in the next few days. What we are currently doing is the Anything Goes make along, and that one is all year, and it's featured yarns and featured patterns are the same. Always Native Critical Creations, Princess Gypsy Designs, and Laura Concert, which is Live Help Girl yarns. I think, unless we say differently, those are the featured yarns and patterns.
And it's always in the description.
It's always in the description
Of the along.
Yeah, and you have to be part of the group to do this. So you have to go to the group to see what the rules are and what the featured patterns and yarns and how to qualify to get multiple chances at a prize, multiple postings for one project. The parameters are knit, loom knit, crocheted, woven, or paper crafts, such as journaling, origami, drawing, card making, that kind of stuff. Very happy to see that one of our members has already put a bullet journal entry in, which is really nice. Okay. Want to encourage you to do the paper crafts as well as the fiber arts, okay? If you'd like to do that. Hashtag is hashtag PHN Anything Goes on Instagram. We do have an Instagram group. Tanya takes care of that. And then we have the Ready, Set, Go, Make Along. That's the one that's ending in March, the end of March. So April 1st it's done. And April 1st, okay, April 1st. That just makes it sound like, wow, we're already almost there half of the year. April 1st is when it ends, no fooling. And this is exactly what it says. Start all the things. It has to be started January 1st or later, okay? And yes, you can do whip projects and stuff like that, but it has to be started January 1st or later. Same featured yarns and patterns, same projects, and that's all I have to say about that. So you can wake up now.
Yeah. And I only have the one project.
I think I have 3, sort of, plus one that I ripped. All right, but that comes later. All right, in my PHN 10-year Podiversary bag by Silver Shed USA, and that's the lovely Ann Gander Nee Brody, is my blanket that should have been finished like, I don't know, years ago. I just can't seem to focus on anything for any length of time. Let me see here. I'm caught in my stitch here and I don't want to pull it. So you can see it's really close to being done. This, there we go. So it's really close to being done. And I think I know who's getting this, so if it turns out the way I want it to. And this is ice yarn. It's a very fuzzy ice yarn. I can't see any designation as to why it's fuzzy. Talia, wake up.
Emily.
Okay. So I don't know exactly how to avoid getting the fuzzy. Not that it's bad. It's not a bad yarn. People who don't mind working with fuzzy yarn will love this because it's really soft. But it is a fuzzy yarn and extremely soft. And I love the way the colors pool in this and make a really sweet little girl's baby blanket. I'll show you again. I did a little bit of work on it, so you can see that it is. Let me just pull that out. Whoops, don't pull the stitch out. So you can see it is getting taller, almost ready to be finished, maybe at the end of the ball. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. How many? Because I only have the one. Did you show? How many did you show?
I have 3.
How many did you show?
1.
Maybe show another one because I only
Okay.
have one.
Let me just.
So,
I think I have 3. I put one back because I didn't really work. I think I'm going to pull that one out, actually. It's not, it's just, I rarely pull that pattern out, but it's just, I don't like the way the yarn, it feels weird. I don't know. I keep catching the hook wrong, and I have to do the stitch like multiple times to get it to stay, so I'm not going to do that. I might put that on a knitted project. Okay, let's see. Okay, in my, I really need you to stay awake.
Emily.
Okay, because it's early on and I'm not going to do this by myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see which one's next. Okay, it's the cherry. I forgot to mention that pattern was Sarah Sweetheart's. And you know it's the Cerebelle. Okay, the next one is my Cherry Bomb Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And it's in my Knitter's Magic bag. That's our local yarn store. And I did some work on this. about maybe a row and a half. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it is growing.
Yeah, I mean, every little inch counts.
As you can see, it is bigger. I mean, it actually is, you can tell it's going to be a person thing. It grows really quickly because it's worsted weight, or actually, yeah, it's DK weight is actually what it is. Bigger stitches. All right, Talia, your turn. I'm not going to do this.
So, I was listening.
I don't like that you're falling asleep while I'm talking. It makes me feel boring.
I was listening. This is in my Silver Shed USA knitting stuff.
Knitting stuff? Knitting sayings?
Not even just sayings.
Are there sayings or other things?
I mean, there are sayings, but there's other things too.
Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff. I like the one that has the parts of the sheep.
Yes, that was fun.
What's it say? I got the sweater, the...
Yeah, you got the mittens. Okay, mittens, ponchos, scarf, sweater, vest, and hat.
Did I miss you saying sweater? Or it does have sweater right here.
It does have sweater, yeah.
Like the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That's all one. Okay, no, I didn't.
It has all the different knitting accoutrements.
Yeah, exactly. And different sayings and all that. Really nice size. But in there, I have the main project I've wanted to work on for the past few weeks, which is the courthouse steps project. I'm trying to think of how many logs I added.
I don't know. I know you've been working on it pretty steadily.
Yeah, might have done 2.5 logs.
2.5 as in one on each side?
The log is the side.
Yeah, okay. Talia?
You're
You're falling asleep. Why don't we do this later?
No. Sorry. We don't know if I'll have the energy later. So, yeah, I'm not sure which ones that... I think this one's newish here, with the green and the orange, and I'm pretty sure this one's newish. So I think I might have added 3 since last time.
Okay, that's good.
And here's the gold and black.
Golden black? Golden gray?
I consider gray black because it goes into black.
Yeah, it does.
On the screen, it always looks more of a blue.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice simple project. Yeah.
She's having trouble focusing. So I apologize if we're not very...
Well, last time we were very, very coherent. And chatty, so...
Let's see. Okay.
It's always a toss of the dice when I decide to take chat beforehand. Sometimes it wakes me up and then sometimes it energizes me. So it's a 50-50.
Okay, let's see here. And I would prefer to do it on Tuesdays, but...
Well, this week we didn't have that choice, really.
I forget why we didn't have a choice.
Initially it was hair appointment, then I had that meeting.
The meeting, that's right. Okay. All right.
We couldn't guarantee it would be done by 12:30.
Okay, the next one is, my last one is Talia Squash Blossom Shawl Project from the Scrap Shawl Pattern by Anastasia Stell. So it's what you just saw, but it's in my Chronically Crocheting bag.
I'm wearing one of the shawls.
We have a lot of those in this house. And I did some work on this. Let's see if I can get my hook out.
Yeah. Is it hooked to something?
I found it. So this one did grow a little bit. So that's good. I mean, these, like I said, they grow pretty quickly. If I want to feel like I've got something accomplished, I'll do this. And I split the stitch here.
I did that a little earlier for one of mine. I had to pull back.
I didn't have to pull back because it was just where I pinned it. But I don't know if it was because this yarn was used in something else. It splits more easily than others, because this is Miss Babs, and I don't usually have trouble with Miss Babs splitting. But this one, if I don't get it just right, sometimes it will split, and I think it's because it was in a project for so long. And so, but yeah, so this is it's growing. This colorway is Taya's favorite, the Squash Blossom.
Yes.
But and that's why it's called the Squash Blossom Shawl. And so that's all I really have to say about this.
I don't have any of those.
I have a frog.
But you have a frog, so...
Okay. I had been doing, and I still want to try it again, but maybe less ambitious, maybe do a baby blanket. I scrapped the Melissa blanket that Taya had developed, only to pick up instead the migraine blanket. Okay, Taya?
Yes.
I realize that my stuff isn't overly exciting, but...
Nothing to do with the interest of your stuff.
Well, so I'm going to be doing her migraine blanket. Rena has done several of these.
Yes, she has.
And then...
I think she tends to use graded yarns.
Yeah, I don't remember, but... So the idea for me with this is, because I was doing a Melissa in several different greens, I'm going to try to do kind of a gradated green, like from darks to lights, and then if I have enough, flip it and do make it go from that last color, then go backwards. And so it's kind of like a gradation and then a reverse gradation. I'll see how that works, so I can have enough yarn, because I really don't want to buy more yarn for this. I just want to use what I have. And this is in my M&M's bag. Okay, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so that leads us on to paper crafts.
I have some drawing. Do you have something?
I'm going to show my journal because your drawing is a little bit more, interesting. My journal really isn't.
Your journal's pretty interesting.
Well, right now it's not a finished one, so finished entry. So I only just got it started, really, because fatigue was preventing a lot. Got it set up for starting the appointment with death. I think this was a cover that I had at one point.
I like that type of. You made that pocket.
Yes, I make a lot of my pockets now. And what I've been doing, and I started it with this one here, is taking covers of different books from different publishers all over the world for Agatha Christie, because she's been so published that, like, from last time, this was a cover.
Yeah.
This was a cover. This was part of a cover. A lot of times the trouble is picking which covers. I know I had a paperback with this cover. So I knew I just wanted that. Plus, the fussy cutting for that was fun.
Yeah.
So,
fussy cutting can be fun or it can be frustrating.
Right. It depends on what you want to do. I've come to realize I kind of like the pockets where it's a little bit stuck out. Because I think the first one I might have done that. Well, I did a little bit of that with Luke.
Yeah.
But it's only been fairly recently I've done a little bit more with the, not just a plain pocket, but a fussy cut. So, but that one's not very far along. I've got some other covers I want to throw in there. And I think I'm going to end up using, you guys remember this, Mom fell in love with the box for this.
The box will disappear when she least expects it. She'll never remember.
So, it smells very rubbery.
Can't smell anything.
You can't smell that?
There, on this side I can smell it. It smells like rubber tires.
Yeah. So there's a couple of syringes in here, and if you read the book, they have storylines with actually a couple syringes. And I think I also want to use this here, even though there's not a cup with a snake, that looks like poison. So I think it'll be cool to stick in there somewhere. Especially since a couple of the covers have poison on them. So, give me a chance to use this set. But yeah, that's my journal stuff so far. Just getting started on the new entry. I'd like to get through the Agatha Christie so I can catch up to be where I'm at now in my reading. Because really, it's the Agatha Christie's that are holding me back.
Okay. Mine, actually, the drawing was kind of a last minute thing. We were sitting down to watch a television, or we watched a show, a vintage show on our Plex. Just before we go to bed, my husband and I, it's our date night type thing, and our weeknight time together. And so usually I'll try to crochet or knit if I can. The only time I can't is on our actual real date night, which is Fridays. But on the other nights, I can sit down and do something. And I just was too tired to focus, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I just pulled out the drawing materials. I don't know how to draw, but I'm working on it. You guys recognize this book from a few podcasts back. It was one of my stash enhancements.
I think it was birthday?
Might have been.
I think it was birthday.
I don't know if you saw this or not.
Yes, because, well, I thought you saw that one.
Okay, I know I didn't see this one.
Yeah.
No, same date, so.
Okay, okay.
So, this was just goofing around with, I had the
that
other.
was 2 Thursdays ago.
I don't know why I didn't pull this out. So, if you've seen this 29th stuff, I apologize.
This one, I remember because we were cooking.
I told my husband that my hand always feels tight, and he said, do some scribbling and see what you can get out of it. Because my husband, he's an artist. So I did this, and there are all kinds of pictures in there. I kind of fleshed out a little bit. It was kind of fun to do. Makes me feel like a real artist. This is this little guy. This one didn't turn out as big as I was hoping. I'm still having trouble
gauging
size.
I mean, that can be challenging. He turned out really cute, though.
Yeah, it's a little off, but I don't know where he's at. So I'll just show you the picture because I can't find him right now. But can you see that?
Yeah, they can see.
Okay. And then the last one, the reason he's this color is because I couldn't see the colors in the light in our living room. I thought I was picking out a brown or a black. Oh, here's the giraffe. And the last one you're going to see is this one. Because I can't go without an owl. So that's the one I'm going to show you.
Up, up.
Up, up, up. Actually, I thought it was blue, but he's green. So, that's my owl. So, no artist, but passable for this. So, I was having fun with it. And I looked at the dates on the stuff that I have in here, and I've had this since 2022. Making some progress on it.
I think you go through long periods where you don't do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not... I have to work to break down blocks that I have for drawing, and my hand is tight and all that, so I need to learn to relax.
Well, and also not everyone is an everyday drawer. Like Dad and Davina don't go a day without drawing, even if it's just a sketch. Me, I draw when I feel like it, which is probably why I'm stuck at a certain level. Because I don't like drawing. That's the wrong way to say it. I am not so attached to drawing that I need to do it every day.
See, my dream had always been to be able to illustrate my own stories. But I don't have that talent. So I just kind of, I dabble in it and do other things.
I think because my only interest in drawing is portraiture, once I get a face down, I don't care anymore. That's the way it's always been. Once I have it, I might not even color it in. I got what I wanted, and then I stopped caring. On rare occasions, I will draw other things, but really, that's always. If you look at my portfolio of pastels, it's full of portraits where I just stopped. I didn't even bother coloring very far down the torso because I stopped caring. I got what I wanted.
Coloring. I always like pen and ink and pencil and that kind of stuff. But I do like pops of color.
I think that pastels, as much as I kind of like the idea, they're not the best choice for me, only because I tend to lose interest in coloring at a certain point. So I probably should, even if I did charcoal or something, you know, black and white medium where I can add color later if I want to. But
It just
pastels,
pops.
yeah, pastels really are color oriented.
I like pastels.
Oh, I like the idea, and I've used them.
I don't like the chalky ones though. They make me think of a chalkboard.
You see, that's the ones I tend to use. The other ones just make me think of crayons.
I had some that were oil pastels.
I have both.
And they weren't crayon like. They were really smooth and they were really easy to blend. And they didn't make me feel like chalk on a chalkboard.
See, I just wore gloves.
I can't deal with it.
Because I hated getting the stuff on my hand. Not to mention when you blend, you don't want to have.
Right, that's not what bothered me. What bothered me was
I don't like the feel either.
I can't. It just I can't do it.
That's why I wore gloves. That's why for a while I had so many of those disposable gloves because I would use them when I was pasteling.
Mm-hmm.
But
so that's all I have to do about that.
Stash enhancement.
How many do you have?
These two.
Okay, show that first.
Oh, I forgot rosaries. Let me show that first, and then we can lead into actually that. Because no one really said that they didn't, so...
We assume that that silence is implicit consent.
Yes, so... this is using onyx. This is pure black onyx versus I have an onyx that has some brown and goldish. This is a rosary that Mom liked the centerpiece and crucifix from someone else's, but the other person the guy's shop's closed now, but he used materials that aren't quite as
Well, I had beads break on me.
yeah. I'm very picky about my materials, so I got her black onyx to replace the beads she did have, and a true paracord. And I think this is pretty close to the color you have for the paracord.
Pretty close, yeah.
So, yeah, I just have to trim the ends.
For those of you who are Catholic, this is Fulton Sheen.
Yeah, it's a hard centerpiece to find, which is why she was so insistent wanting to get it adjusted. So, nice thing about onyx is it's not quite as cold as the stainless steel.
Right.
It still has a bit of a weight to it.
Not too heavy. Mm-hmm.
But not quite as much as stainless steel. But it's more than wood. You're going to appreciate the different kinds of stone. It's hard to find stone beads with a nice whole side for paracord because Mom can't handle paracord that's thinner. She breaks it.
I break things.
So I have to always make her rosaries with a bigger paracord. So if she wants stone, which we've very much moved towards stone, I only have a couple places I can go to. One is Stones Direct. They're excellent, and the more they give you sales, they have sale codes that stay there. The more you buy.
Why don't you do that one last, because then I can show what the finished one looks like.
Oh, good point. So this one is in progress. I have a bunch of other ones that I have the beads all set up with the cords. I just need to start them because I got a bunch of stones come in. This, I've always loved this. I think this is a painting. I don't know who did it. I have a candle with this.
Innocence.
Yeah. They call this, I think he said Lit Innocence. And I have a candle, a fake candle, with this on it. And this jasper is called Antique Lace Jasper. It's this kind of dove kind of color. And then I put there, this is either Aventine or I forget what kind of
green,
stone this green is, because I have two different green stones. This is the darker of the two. And then I decided to go with the silver paracord. So it's a very
peaceful.
Yeah, it's very different from any of the other ones I have. But I felt that centerpiece you really couldn't go with bold colors. Because I had initially a forest green cord, but I really thought that the silver would work better. I think I only have another decade or so before this one's done.
It'll be pretty.
This is not only relaxing, but can be done with very little brain power. All I have to do is be able to count to 10.
Which she can't always do sometimes.
But actually, it's one of the few things that I have not
That's good.
had any issues with is getting. And I double check like 20 times to make sure I have the right number of beads. But okay, you said you want to show yours.
No, show that.
Okay. So I had actually made this rosary a long time ago, and it's not like it broke or anything.
You need to explain what's special about these.
I was going to go on. It wasn't like it broke or anything, but these rosaries, first of all, we mentioned before, I believe, that we are involved in what's called the Pauline family. It's a religious group, for lack of a better term. And they have different sections for married people, for unmarried, for their nuns, for their priests. And they have a special crucifix that's just for Pauline family that represents all the different branches. Although it does kind of resemble in some way the
Debiana cross.
Yeah. But a while ago I made a rosary for
my brother, who isn't really my brother.
Yes. And he had me looking all over the place for these darn Our Father beads that he wanted.
The flat ones.
The flat ones, yeah, he drove me crazy. And then he also wanted a St. Paul centerpiece, which he drove me crazy looking for. The one I found at the time was small and
it had St. Peter on the back.
St. Peter on the back, and it was just, it was okay.
And
but
we all had that.
Yeah. I found this one a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I was like, this is so much better. So
it's only St. Paul.
It's only St. Paul, yeah. So got Mom, myself, and then him one. And I finished his. I just need to trim the excess ends and then send it back to him. I don't think I kept the envelope with the address. I'll need to ask for him again. Okay, good.
Unless they knew to have it.
Yeah, because I don't want to send it to the wrong place.
He's the one. He and his new wife are the ones I made the blanket for.
Mm-hmm.
We go way back. So this is the finished. She's remade this for me 3 times now. Once because it was the metal like that one, and I decided I didn't like it on my hands, and also the cord was thin, so we wanted to just change it out. Then this time to put the new centerpiece in. So you can see this is the finished. Mine is wood as opposed to my brother's metal, and the cord. Is it gold cord? No, he has a brown cord, right?
He wanted brown cord.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he had last time.
And this is a better look at the cross.
I think he actually might have had gold last time too.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, for the cord.
Oh, for the cord? I don't know.
I think so, because the brown was a new thing.
So this gives you an idea. Taya has one. Yours is what?
Mine is...
Yours is a different wood.
No, mine was never wood.
Now I thought it was wood.
No, it's...
Is it that jasper or the...
I went to the jasper, that's right, because it was I didn't have any jasper roses, and I made 2 at a time.
I knew it was a similar color, that's why I assumed it was wood.
I went with the red jasper, that's what it was.
So this one will get blessed when Father comes on Friday. It's been blessed. The beads have already been blessed, but he's going to bless it again. Cord hasn't been blessed. So that takes care of that.
And then the rest of the session announcement.
I'm done with session.
Okay, so I had more beads come in. I ran out of the red glass. And this is a nice, strong red glass. Mom has her first rosary with red glass that I made I think you actually showed it.
I did.
Again, it's hard to find glass beads with large holes. But there we go. And the other one is a new bead. This is the it's a pink rondite, and I know I have something else that's a rondite, but I can't remember what it is. I feel like it's another green. So this one is the rondite. It's kind of like a dusty rose, so it'll be a color that we haven't had before. This could be nice for St. Therese.
That would be nice for St. Therese. This is what Ty was talking about for those red beads.
Yeah.
That's how it would look on a rosy. It looks weird on the screen there, but...
Well, it'll look fine on the normal one.
So.
But, yeah, the couple more beads, because I was almost out of the red ones, glass ones. I think I cleared that particular person out of their red beads.
So you cleared the other person out of their St. Paul's.
Yes. And then... This has been a while coming. I actually forgot it was coming until
I... The one that came in today?
Yeah, because it was overseas. So, whoopsie. Don't want to lose this little bit of ephemera. Looks like they sent me little lots of ephemera with it.
What is it?
It looks like a lady.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like she might be, that bonnet kind
It
of
looks like
looks
colonial almost. Let me see.
colonial, yeah, or, because I think it's too early to be Renaissance, not Renaissance, Regency. It's too early to be there.
Let's see. It's almost like Georgian or something. Those big old...
Well, Georgian's, around Regency. The wig is what's throwing me, which is why I think that it might be a little bit earlier, because they didn't tend to do, I don't remember as much of the wigs with later on.
That's a weird hat.
Well, yeah, it's a bonnet.
Yeah, but it's a weird bonnet. It almost looks like it's not proportioned.
A lot of times they weren't. Like, they went through different styles.
No, I know that, but I've never seen one drawn like it looked like it's almost out of proportion.
Oh, no, I've seen those before. And then the actual stamps. Sorry, I'm trying to drop this back in its container so I don't lose them. And, of course, the plastics want to stick to itself.
You need assistance?
There we go. No, it just got stuck to itself. Okay. Oh, it sent me another thing. More ephemera.
Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty.
So,
That'd be nice for your...
Angel. Go through all the ephemera they sent me.
She just got this afternoon.
Yeah.
I just got the mail before we started.
This one here.
That would be nice with the angel. What is in the middle there?
It looks like wings and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Be nice with the angel next time.
Could probably cut out things like the owl by itself if I wanted to, or but their shop is Empire Line Stamps. And the actual thing I ordered, this stamp says, of course you're not going to be able to read it because it's going to be backwards, and it's probably upside down, but...
Oh, sometimes when you're on camera, you'll notice people are there.
Well, it doesn't happen for this camera.
No, that's good.
So this says Finny, so it'll be good for the books. Then this one is a Grecian lady. She has like a cornucopia, and she'll be nice, kind of like randomly stick her in somewhere when I do Greek stuff. And then I have a knight's head on a book.
Helmet
on a book.
It'd be kind of gruesome to have a head on a book.
Yeah, just want to make sure that I didn't miss any. Yeah, it's just 3 of those. And where I put these is, I don't know if I showed it before. You just stick them on here and get them when you need them. And if they get so they're not as sticky as they used to be, you wet them down. And then they're sticky again. So, just an easier way to store them. They have different sizes. I just wanted the smaller size that you can get them a lot taller. But, yeah. That's it.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else. Oh, I do have some some
Yes,
shop.
yes.
My husband looked at me Sunday and said, "How much time do you need to dye yarn?" I said, "Well, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half," which it turns out was very conservative. He said, "Go dye yarn." So we'll watch. David and I will watch a movie.
I thought at first maybe he was wanting to play Halo.
No, he just said, "Go dye yarn." So now this is not for my shop. This is for Taya's shawl. I do have some of this in the shop. This has not yet been rescanned because I just pulled it off the drying. This is Memento Mori. This is a DK weight. And it will go with this shawl here. Whoops. There. So you can see it will go like this.
Which will be nice.
You can see the... at first I was worried that the yellow wouldn't work, and then I saw the other yellow. Then it's going to be fine. So that's going to be... Well, I have to figure out what I'm doing because this is a quasi-design in progress. And we'll see how that works. If my ideas will translate into the actual pattern. But, yeah, so I did 2 skeins. Progress. Not for the shop, but progress. I did dye yarn. I'm hoping now that I can do some stuff for autism awareness and all that kind of stuff. Maybe.
But you're not going to stress yourself out?
Not going to stress myself out because I'll get yelled at.
because that'll take all the fun out of it again. I want to show you guys. It actually shows it better in the book now. There's the knight. Let's see. The knight, Finny, and the cornucopia Grecian person. So.
Wow. This is a very short podcast.
It is, but last week was long.
Yeah, it was longer than we thought. So we don't really have a whole lot more to say because...
Well, neither is... Both of us have having trouble getting crafting in.
Yeah, it's been difficult to get any kind of crafting in. And so,
which is why you're seeing so many different kinds.
Yeah, because we can't focus on any one kind.
Yeah.
It's like butterfly and birdie. Oh, speaking of funny things, we used to have a little bird feeder, not our main bird feeder, but a little bird feeder that sits on the window. It's attached by those suction cups to the window of our sunroom, well, what used to be the sunroom, and I can see it from my kitchen. I'm looking out this way, and the sunroom is here, so I can see it. And somehow the squirrel managed to jump from the railing that kind of surrounds our little flower garden and where it goes down.
You sure he jumped from there?
Yeah, I saw him. He jumped from there, hit the windowsill, grabbed the windowsill, which isn't very wide, and popped up on top of the roof of the thing. We're watching him do this, because the second time we're watching him do this, and he's looking at us, and we're watching him eat. I said, well, if you want to eat off the bird's feeder in front of my window, you're going to be watched. Yeah. So he's watching. He's like, we're not worth bothering. He's eating, and finally he shows us how he gets in. He just kind of does this convoluted kind of, almost like he doesn't have a backbone, and ends up inside the bird feeder, looking out, eating the bird feed. We had to move the bird feeder a couple windows over because we were afraid that he would get into the house if somebody inadvertently opened the door while he was there and he got startled or something. Once you get a squirrel in the house,
yeah.
It's like, so we moved it over a little bit. He still can't get to the big feeder, and I don't know how he's going to get up there now because there's no way of getting up there.
I have
maybe from the roof.
I have every
we call him Kramer. That's what we gave him the name.
I have every bit of confidence.
No, it was Klinger.
Klinger. Oh, every bit of confidence in his ability to find the way to get to the feeder.
We have smart squirrels. I think that's the one that just looks at our bird feeder and sits on our swing and gauges the difference. And is like, I can't make that, so I guess I'm not going to do it. Let me try climbing again. No, they still have that stupid umbrella thing on there.
If you send me any of the pictures, Mom, I can maybe try to put it.
The thing is, they're very grainy because they're through the screen, and my window is filthy because I haven't had a chance to clean it, so it looks very grainy. Let me see.
Like I said, if you send it to me,
let's see here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. So I think this is probably the best picture. Dirty. Let me see here. The window is absolutely filthy because it's right by the sink, and I
see what you're talking about for the grain.
Yeah, because the screen.
Yeah, I forgot about the screen.
I don't know if you can see that with the glare. There. He's sitting there in the bird feeder, happy as you please. Please as punch. I wanted to call him Albert, but he has a tail, and Albert doesn't have a tail. Long story. It's a story I wrote for the girls a while back when they were young.
So both him and Squirrel Nutkin.
Squirrel Nutkin didn't have a tail?
Mm-hmm.
The
owl took it.
He had it, but he didn't. This one was born with Alex. He used to be able to. He used to be made fun of.
The only reason why I remember that the owl took it is not because I read it as a kid, but because I was looking through that pattern book.
Right. So yeah, we got the picture through the screen. We were afraid that if we went outside, he would A, bolt, or B, come into the house.
Right.
So, yeah. Your little squirrel hit for the day, because, you have to have a squirrel. All right, so we don't have anything else?
No.
I don't think so. We don't have anything until next Friday, right?
Last Friday of the month.
Last Friday of the month. So, want to thank the people who commented either on YouTube or on PHN. I didn't see anybody on PHN, but that doesn't mean you aren't there. I might have missed you. If I did miss you, I apologize. I did answer everybody on YouTube unless somebody popped in between the time I answered and we started, which was like about a couple hours. So we want to thank Rena and Paula and Wendy, who is MacGyver, our own MacGyver here.
Yes.
Kara, Looney Hiker, and Christina. I will not use your last names on the podcast because privacy, okay? So we want to thank you for participating and for watching, and we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave again next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. I think it's F592. Let me see here.
I think you're right.
Yes. The Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 592, and that's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless.